Some cars just exist. They get you from A to B, they look decent in a parking lot, and that's about it. But then there are cars that exist with a purpose, with a mission, with something to prove. The Cadillac CT5-V is firmly in that second category. An American luxury sedan that packs decades of history, pride, rivalry with the Germans, and a genuine obsession with performance into every single detail. If you think you already know everything about this car, sit down. Because what's coming next might surprise you. What does the V actually mean? Before we talk about the CT5-V, we need to understand what that little letter at the end actually stands for. The V series was launched by Cadillac in 2003 as a direct response to European domination in the performance sedan market. BMW M, Mercedes-AMG, Audi S, they were all gaining ground on a Cadillac that was starting to feel outdated and irrelevant. The answer came from inside GM. Bob Lutz, one of the most influential figures in General Motors history, said they chose the letter V because it could credibly stand for velocity, or visceral. But there's also a more poetic theory. The V is a nod to the classic V-shaped ornament that Cadillac used on its cars in the years following World War II. Whatever the true origin, the letter stuck, and with it came an entire philosophy about what an American performance car could and should be. 600 laps of hell at the Nürburgring. The first V-Series model was the 2004 CTS-V, and the way it was developed was nothing short of extreme. Cadillac sent its engineering team to Germany, to the Nürburgring, the most demanding race circuit in the world, and didn't bring them back until they had logged approximately 600 laps. 600 laps. On the track that earned the nickname, the Green Hell. That's where they selected the suspension components, calibrated the brakes, and built the four-mode stability control system, which would later evolve into performance traction management, a technology that is still present on the CT5-V Blackwing today. The goal was simple: if it works at the Nürburgring, it works everywhere. And the results spoke for themselves. In 2008, a Cadillac test driver named John Heinrocket Heinrichs recorded a lap time of 7 minutes and 59 seconds at the Nürburgring in a CTS-V, making it the fastest production sedan on factory tires in the world at that time. A luxury sedan. 4 doors. A proper trunk. A world record. From CTS-V to CT5-V. For 3 generations, the CTS-V carried the flag. The first generation came with a 5.7-liter V8 and 400 horsepower, the same engine as the Corvette C06. The second generation bumped that to a supercharged 6.2-liter V8 with 556 horsepower. The third generation, starting in 2016, kept the same supercharged V8 but pushed it to 640 horsepower with a top speed of over 200 miles per hour. And then, in 2019, the CTS was discontinued. Cadillac launched the CT5, a new sedan on a new platform. And with it came the CT5-V. But here's something important that a lot of people get wrong: the standard CT5-V is not the same animal as the legendary CTS-V. The standard CT5-V comes with a twin-turbocharged 3.0-liter V6 producing 360 horsepower. Fast, refined, elegant, but not the same beast. The true successor to the CTS-V had a different name: Blackwing. America's last monster. In February 2021, Cadillac announced the CT5-V Blackwing, and the automotive world stopped and stared. A supercharged 6.2-liter V8, the hand-assembled LT4 engine, 668 horsepower, 659 pound-feet of torque. Rear-wheel drive. A 6-speed manual transmission as standard. An acclaimed top speed of 209 miles per hour. But perhaps the most impressive thing about this car isn't even the numbers. It's the story behind the engine. Every single LT4 engine that goes into a CT5-V Blackwing is assembled by one person, one engineer, from the very first bolt to the very last. And on top of that engine sits a small metal plaque engraved with that builder's name. Not an anonymous assembly line. One craftsman, one engine, one signature. It's an almost old-fashioned gesture in the modern automotive industry, and that's exactly what makes it so special. The same engine as the Corvette Z06, but more powerful. The LT4 has a remarkable family tree. You'll find it in the Chevrolet Camaro ZL1, where it produces 650 horsepower. You'll find it in the Corvette C7 Z06, also 650 horsepower. But in the CT5-V Blackwing, that same engine produces 668 horsepower, the most powerful version of the LT4 that General Motors has ever produced in a factory car. Cadillac CT5-V is not the best-selling car in its segment. It's not the cheapest. And it's probably not going to be the last combustion engine car you ever drive. But it is without question one of the most honest performance cars built in the last decade. An engine assembled by a single pair of hands. A manual gearbox when everyone else chose automatic. Rear-wheel drive when the entire industry ran for all-wheel drive. Supercar brakes on a sedan you can take to the grocery store. That is the CT5-V. An end of an era, treated like a masterpiece. And when it's gone, and it will be gone, we're going to miss it more than we think.